Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Y'all excuse my bunny. I'm here in my bed, and it is like 3 something in the morning. And for some apparent reason, I cannot sleep, I guess, unless I get this message out. So, I'm going to get to the point because I'm tired. This message about people needing to stay humble. Too many people around here do not know how to balance being humble and being in their ego or being ratchet or just acting out of character altogether. And I know a lot of people probably gonna be like, Lord, here she go, but y'all already know I don't care nothing about it. Exit stage left. I just want to give y'all a quick little story. I went to a Dollar General a while back and I needed some help getting a box down off the shelf. And it was this older guy that was beside me, and he spoke to me and asked me how I was doing. I told him I was blessed, and I asked him how he was doing. And he was like, I'm blessed too. And so I asked him, could he help me get the box down off the shelf? And he was like, well, I ain't really no tall man, but I can help you. And I said, well, if you help, if you push it towards the edge and knock it down, then I'll catch it. Teamwork made the dream work. And he looked at me, he said, are you a Christian? And I said, no, sir, I'm not. I'm a free spirit. He said, what does that mean? I said, just me and the Most High. And he said, well, baby, I couldn't even tell because I could tell that you got the Spirit of God all over you. He said, and for you to be pretty, I don't get this nasty vibe off of you. I don't get a stuck-up vibe, a bougie vibe. I don't get that mean energy from you. And I was like, well, you say that like you get that. He said, you'll be surprised. He said, because most of the women, the pretty women, the prettier they get, the more crazier it gets, the more, nastier their attitudes get and stuff like that. And I was like, wow. He said, but I don't get that off of you. And I was like, that's a compliment within itself. So then I went on to the front of the store, get to the line, and boom, there's these 2 other gentlemen that walk up and they cracked this joke and we all started laughing. And the other guys was like, for you to be a pretty woman, I do not get a bad vibe off of you. He said, because most pretty women, the prettier they get, the crazier they get. And I was like, nah. He was like, for real. Him and his homeboy was like, yeah, for real. Like, straight up. He was like, because their attitudes are nasty. They think, that they are God's gift to men and all kind of stuff like that. And he was like, it's sad. He said, but for you to be pretty, I don't get that vibe off of you. And so that was it's literally the same thing that the other guy had just said to me in the back. And I can't make it up if I tried. But it made me think, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us women around here have really taken our looks to our heads. Not just women, but the men too. A lot of us have taken our looks to our head. Like, looks cannot disintegrate. Like, fame, fortune, and clout cannot disappear. This is why it's important to stay humble, because it's cool to be beautiful and up and fly and all that stuff, but you ought to know how to balance it. And I ain't saying you got to look busted and broken down, but you got to be comfortable in your downtime too. You can't be so nasty when you up to the point that you think that you never gonna have a downtime. So then when you have that downtime, you get boomed even harder, with the embarrassment because your ego was so big. So do not let your ego swell so big to the point that your humiliation is even bigger than your ego because you forgot to include humility into your everyday life. It's cool to be beautiful. It's cool to be handsome. It's cool to get clout. It's cool to be popular, all of that type of thing. But it's even more cooler to be balanced and humble, embody humility and grace and modesty. And that's what makes you even more beautiful, is that you have grace and modesty with your beauty, because anything can happen. Accidents happen all the time. I've seen beautiful people lose their beauty in the blink of an eye. I've seen people who have popularity lose that in the blink of an eye. All it takes is one rumor to go around about you, or all it takes is for, one accident to happen, or anything to take away the vanity that you have wrapped your mind around thinking that is your world. That whatever it is that's causing your alter ego to think that you are above others. So humble yourselves, because when the universe get involved, it can be a very, very humiliating and devastating fall. And the last thing you want is to be beautiful with a nasty energy. Because like I tell people, a lot of those I call a beautiful dressed up trash cans. And you don't want to be in that number. So clean up, not on the outside but in the inside, because that's what truly makes you beautiful. Because I've seen some of the most, what people call non-beautiful people, which to me that doesn't exist. But to me, I've heard people say, oh, that person, this ain't that, they ain't, look at them. But they have some of the most beautiful spirits you have ever met. They have some of the most sweethearts you have ever encountered. You feel me? So don't think that beauty is just on the outside. Like they say, beauty is on the skin deep. I disagree with that, because I think beauty is deeper than the skin. And a lot of us have fallen in the trap, in the okie doke of dressing it up on the outside and thinking that it really, dictates who you are as an individual. But your actions to other people are saying, oh, she bougie, oh, she thinks she better than folks, or she always turning her nose up at people, or he think he this and this and that, whatever. I don't want nobody around here saying nothing bad about me. Like, people gonna say stuff anyway, but one thing y'all won't be able to say is that, oh, she, cocky, or she this and that, and if y'all do this, because, you probably feel that way and it's your own personal opinion, but that's not the way I carry myself as a divine being. So I know how to be humble, even when I'm dressed up and when I'm dressed down. But either way, my heart's still cool, because I'm comfortable either way. God done took me through the mud and done brought me up out of it. You know what I'm saying? So either way, I don't ever get beside myself, because I know just like he brought me out, he can take me right back if I allow my alter ego to guide me and lead me. Okay? So, yeah, I guess I can go to sleep now. Stay humble or whatever, because, baby, if you don't, you can suffer some humiliating misfortunes. And I've watched some of the most popular people, some of the most beautiful people, take some of the worst and most ugliest falls because of their egoic ways. I'm telling you, don't let that ego take you straight to hell, because that's what's going to happen. I just had to let y'all know that, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep vibrating high or whatever, and stay beautiful and stay sweet. Peace and love.